Hey, welcome to World Entertainment, and we're only a couple of days away from the release of Star Trek Section 31, the exclusive Paramount Plus made-for-television movie starring Michelle Yeoh. And some critics have gotten to see this movie. Now, there is an embargo. I don't know when the embargo actually lifts, but one critic has come out and spoken about not just the embargo, but about an added on email he got later. That person is Alan Ng from Film Threat, and he was discussing this movie, well, what he could discuss, with Chris Gore. And it's funny because he says he, even without the embargo, he can't discuss even what the plot is. Now that's interesting, that the embargo even covers the plot. So it's not the case of he can't just go, I thought this part was great, or I can't even tell you what the actual movie's story is. But then they sent him this add-on. The add-on part is the part that's interesting because it fully tells us and shows us definitive proof that Paramount Pictures has zero confidence in this TV movie, that they just know this thing is a dud. And why is that? Because after the embargo lifts and he's allowed to speak about it and all the critics are allowed to speak to it, there's still stuff they've been told they cannot mention. And don't take my word for it, here is the actual clip of Alan Ng discussing this with Chris Gore on Film Threat, and it's just mind-blowing when you hear this. Have a look at this.
So let's just say that I have seen Section 31 in its entirety. And
can you give us something of the story?
Paramount sent a follow-up email, not only stating that I cannot reveal anything about the plot until the embargo is lifted. Once the embargo lifted, there are 12 items that I cannot talk about in my review.
Literally, they list the items.
Do not say this. Do not say
what's
this.
on the list.
Yeah, I can't tell you what's on the list.
Oh my.
Oh my, indeed. 12 things that they have told him, and supposedly then all the other critics, that even after the embargo, you must not discuss. And of course, even Chris Gore says, like, well, what are those 12 things? I can't tell you. Like, that is the big question. What are them 12 things that Paramount themselves are like, do not discuss these 12 key things? Whether it's piss poor direction, Alex Kurtzman hasn't a clue what the hell he's doing, the movie sucks, and this is what it's like, who knows what the reasons are. Now, Alan Ng, the full disclosure here, he does say he actually somewhat enjoyed Section 31, that he thinks it's the most Star Trek since Picard Season 3. Problem with that is, now, if he liked it, all the power to him. Problem is, though, he flat out says he's never watched Discovery or anything, so I don't quite understand where he can try and actually say it's the most Star Trek if he hasn't watched those things, because it's directly a part of that. And I don't know how much of Star Trek he actually knows. But that's just full disclosure here. You know, I'm not saying, oh, he's absolutely shitting on this movie. No, what we're talking about is the fact that he's been told, after the embargo comes up and you can put out your review, you still have 12 things that we are telling you and demanding that you do not discuss at all, which is insane. Now, we also know that one of the actors in this thing is terrified. He's already come out and said, oh, look, it's not Star Trek. Even he said that. He said, like, real Trek fans are going to hate this. And he's getting super nervous about it. He's like, oh, I was a massive Star Trek fan, so they said Star Trek and I jumped at it. But now I'm really nervous because I don't think we made what the fans are expecting. Yeah, because you didn't make Star Trek. That's the issue. They can tippy-toe around it all they want and try and say, oh, it's this and it's that and not. No, it's not Star Trek. Nothing under Alex Kurtzman has been Star Trek. But if you like it all to your heart's content. Nobody's telling you you can't like it. We'll question how you could possibly like it, but if you like it, you like it. But don't sit there and try and convince all of the rest of us no, oh no, this is true Star Trek. Because it most certainly is not. And Gene Roddenberry must be spinning in his grave something terrible. Like, it's insane. But you have an actor now saying like how nervous he is, and that he's even feeling like, yeah, I don't think we actually made Star Trek, and at least Star Trek people would recognize or enjoy or stuff. And now you have Paramount flat out telling critics you cannot speak about 12 things. Like, if they said, look, there's a couple of things in here we'd appreciate it if you didn't speak about after the movie. No, they sent them the movie, put an embargo on it, and then later on, or the next day or something, sent them an added on email and telling them, oh, by the way, once the embargo lifts, there's 12 things you must not discuss. So that is just an absolute 100% clarification that Paramount have zero confidence in this thing. That they know they just need to get it out and get it gone as quickly as possible. And that really is what they're going to do. They're just going to dump this thing and then never speak off it again. They're not going to push this thing at all. They're not going to start talking about, oh, it's going to lead to a new show. Kurtzman probably will. He'll probably say, oh, this thing is done so well, it smashed all the records, that Paramount are going to, any day now, green light a season for this. No, they won't. They are going to drop this like a hot snot and never speak of it again. The only reason he's re-upping seasons before one season even comes out is because apparently he's been given such power and stuff that he can commission crap based on the fact that they were already commissioned. So he was commissioned X amount of shows, and he's using that to re-up certain series. That's why there's an Academy Season 2 already announced when Season 1's not even filmed yet. Because it's the case of they had contracted with him that he has certain amount of series, and he's obviously just, rather than make a brand new one with this part, he's just going to take that and add it to other crap like Strange New World and Starfleet Academy and all this garbage. So this movie's going to come out, gonna be trash. We all know it's going to be trash. By the way, can't remember whether I said this or not in a video about this. Michelle Yeoh got paid $12 million for this fucking movie. $12 million. She got paid to be in this pile of crap the same amount that it cost to make Godzilla -1. Wrap your head around that. 12 million. Maybe that's the 12 points they can't speak about. Hey, whatever you do, don't mention she got paid 12 million. I'm not under any embargo, so go fuck yourself, Paramount. She got paid $12 million. So wrap your head around that. 12 million for her. 12 things all the critics cannot speak about even after the embargo lifts. And an actor who's pretty nervous and knows that it's going to fail. Can't wait. Bring it on. So with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.